Hola, bonjour, merhaba, Kenichi, wagwan, hello. You know who it is, people? It's Arsenal's Realist. Promised to you here at 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for being here. We will get to some comments in a short second, and this is a casual one. We're going to have a casual talk. I have got a little theme of the video. I'm going to run you through some good points of Martinelli. I'm going to run you through a previous match where he really showed up and he put himself on the map. We're going to compare him to some little stats they've compared him to. And yeah, it's just a fun little video. And I'd like to say to everybody, thank you for being here. It goes without saying, you're going to like, share, subscribe. And I thank you very much beforehand. But with all of that said, we're going to have a little, like I said, we're going to interact with the people today. And let's have a little look. Arsenal, top gooner, great video. Big up yourself, brother. Already it's great. I appreciate it. Cake says, close sources have revealed to me if Uber don't sign, he's going to be the highest bidder. Also, Arteta wants to stick with Xhaka, Mustafi, Ozil, Mickey, Socrates, and Kolasinac times ahead. Well, is it? Does he want to, or is that what it has to be? Miss Melina says, fire up them likes and subscribes if you are a realist. Does not get any more realist than this. Big up yourself, Melina. Much respect. Yes, they are. To A Arsenal 942. Prashana, hey, brother. Yo, big up yourself, brother. Now, do you all remember when Martinelli, obviously, it's wrong of me to say, do you know what? It's wrong of me to say he put himself on the map at this point or that point. But at the end of the day, he's a top player. And at one point, he revealed his little techers to us. And I'm going to show you one of them points where he showed how good he could be. But before I do, like I say, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And also, why not check out the previous video? This is the thumbnail for it. Check out our previous lives. Like, share. But we're going to carry on with the Martinelli. Let's have a little look at a comment or two. You got to pick a pocket or two. You got to read a comment or two. So before we do fly through this video, because it's that easy, people, let's keep reading a few comments. Glad you're back making content again, Prashana. We're here. And the purpose of the content, people, is, I might as well say that while this comment has come up, is to create content that I feel would be good to watch. So if I'm not just knocking anything out, time, preparation, stuff does go into it. Channel growing, says Kay. Thank you, brother. Martinelli is the man. He is the man, and we're gonna go into Martinelli in a minute. Big up realist, everyone in the group. Joseph, that's from 297 Guna. Kay, Garter is an idiot if those sources are correct. All those guys to make money, for fuck's sake. I hear you, brother. Big up yourself. All right, then, guys, let's jump into the first portion of the video, and we're gonna this little portion of the video, I'm going to highlight it was a good day, not for Arsenal specifically, but it was a good day for Arsenal. And before we go into a little backstory of Martinelli, just quickly, just how he got from where he is to here, we're going to go back to a specific match, people. It was a game against Chelsea. I'm sure you all know it. And there was a few highlights of this match. And our defence, I'll tell you right now, our defence, it gets highlighted in many ways, people. When I mean many ways, I mean it could be this match, it could be that, it could be David Luiz after 2-3 games for some reason deciding to be so skin tight to Mo Salah. Mo Salah turns, spins him, sells him a hot dog, 1-0. We could be playing against Newcastle. Xhaka comes flying in the middle of the box, bang, another points lost, all mounting on the fans and Unai Emery's head ultimately. But I'm going to go into the match where it was good for Martinelli, but it also highlights our absolute joke of a defence. At times could be shambolic, literally could be shambolic. But we're going to carry on and now take a look at it. You're going to see straight away I'll start showing you. The game started off as any other game does, with the opposition, Chelsea in this hand. Hudson-Odoi was on the left-hand side that day, with a corner. And at the point of this corner, I did have a picture, but I'd got rid of it. Listen, we wasn't set up bad. The back line was quite straight. Defenders were in the box. It was zonal marking / man-to-man marking. But it was good enough to say, do you know what? We're secure. We're steady. It don't need to go too wrong. And I know against the Chelsea, against the little derby-warby ding-dong, you got adrenaline going through you, people. It's nice. You enjoy these matches, so you want it to not end in the first 5 minutes. Joseph Maseko says the Salah spin goal was the third goal. You see, Joseph, you remember the fucking degree of the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Good evening, Realist. Big up yourself, brother. But yeah, like I said, when you're watching a match, you expect your defenders at least to say to yourself, do you know what? Hold it down for the first 10 minutes, the first 20 minutes. The fans are excited. Everyone's excited. But like I said, this corner, I think it's 6, 7, 8 minutes in. Before you know it, you blink twice and you might miss it. It gets knocked about, like you said, as you can see on this side. Corner gets taken, gets passed forward. It goes to Willian. When it comes back from Willian on the corner of the box, as you can see here, Willian's here. He passes it here to Adoy. And next thing you know, look at that. It actually hit the crossbar, but that's how easy it is to catch a man. Do you know what? This is what can happen to Arsenal's defence. Look. It will go missing on your cart, yeah? But like I said, it's that simple. It's that easy. And like I said, it's that little feeling there. It's that little regular occurrence that seems to happen. Not day in, day out. Actually, no, it does. It does. I was going to say week in, week out. But it happens day in, day out, week in, week out, where we lose confidence in our defence when all right, the goal didn't go in. But you're thinking, what the hell's happening? Teams are pushing Chelsea right to the 90th minute. 6 minutes in, crossbar from an angle where it should not be happening. So we carry on with this match in particular. Like I said, we're going to walk through it. But from going from one corner where they've nearly hit the crossbar, you're thinking, all right, fix up everyone. The defence is already shiesty-wisty ding-dong. Come correct. Now, the ball scrambles about near the Chelsea goal. We didn't have a shot. It was just down there. It pings about, it flings about. Now, the ball comes so fast into my man, he's not even getting his name read out. He literally just does a chicken wing leg. He puts his leg up, he slaps it. And as you can see the red line above my head, the trajectory, it's literally just a long ball. It's not a madness. It's not. This is football 101. This is at the ground level. This is what you learn on the basics, yeah? He's going to slap it, mark your thing up. This is championship football. He just come and he just banged it. Now, we all know what's coming next. We all know what's coming next. Miss Melina, thanks, Joseph. I know. But yeah, we all know what's coming next. And you're going to remember it. If you don't, you'll remember when I show you. Now, so where are we in the game? Ball gets pinged over the head all the way from Chelsea's defence to Arsenal's attack. Now, you can see the little lines I've done. Now, all here Mustafi has to do. He's got Tammy Abraham chasing him here. All he has got to do, already the ball had a bounce. Before it's got to this picture, which you can see, the ball was 2 meters in front of him, 3 meters in the air. He could have just headed it away. Instead, he's took a step back, waited and waited. He's took a bounce. He's ended up, for some reason, turning around, and instead of the ball going this way and him clearing it, he's chose to go back to Leno. So you're thinking, you know what? It's not the worst thing. But at this point, if you're giving it back to Leno, you've got to mean it. You've got to mean it. You've got to mean it. Because look, you can see here, in this picture here, the pressure's not bad. Look where Tammy is. Tammy's there. My man's here, Mustafi. Clearly, you know Tammy. What is your awareness saying? You know the trajectory. I've put the blue line there. You can see where Tammy's going. You can clearly see what Mustafi should be doing. Yeah? Clearing it. But somehow, he's ended up in the dilemma that he's turned around. He's got Tammy 1 meter behind him now after being 2.5, and he's about to give it back to Leno. You're thinking, bruv, at least just make sure you give it to Leno then. Do you know what I'm saying? Because how many times have we seen these mistakes? And I hate to point it out on particular players, but Xhaka and Mustafi have been big culprits for this. Big culprits, so much so they've even exposed the owners to the point where we should have been looking for other stuff. We should have been looking for replacements, not to say this or that. But even if you're good and you keep messing up, it's statistical. You need to start looking for replacements. Glad to hear all is good on your end. Big up to the quality of the Realist. Big up yourself, brother. And yeah, so looking at that, the next pictures might start scaring you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know this is a video about Martinelli because you know where it's leading, but At the end of the day, people, Mustafi dilly-dallies, like I said to you, yeah? The ball's coming to him. He could have just cleared it. No, he says, as a defender, what I'm going to do is stop, turn around, let Tammy get the drop on me. Then I'm going to decide to give it back to Leno. But instead of giving it back to Leno, I'm going to say sorry and do it short. What kind of... He's kicked it 2 meters forward. By the time you can see the next picture on my side, Tammy Abraham's flew in front of him, gone round Leno. David Luiz has just managed to catch up to him by a millimetre. To be honest with you, I think Tammy was being smart there, Abraham, because he could have scored before that. He's thought, you know what, let me get someone sent off as well, knowing David Luiz is in the back line. And David Luiz does what on the day, everyone was like, oh, whatever. But do you know what, really, he should have just let him score because he was going to score. The red card was more significant. But straight away, off the get-go, again, another match. We've started with basically Mustafi giving a goal away. We're on the back end. And this whole time, there's momentum building. There's a Mickey Flanagan out bandwagon getting built. But who can possibly be responsible for an error? An error as so disgraceful. And not Mustafi's disgraceful, the error is disgraceful. And I'm not even talking about Luiz. What Mustafi's decision making was appalling in that fraction of a second. What he decided to do, turn around, he's on goal. David Luiz has come in. We know exactly the type of player David Luiz in that situation. And ultimately, it's only going to lead to one thing. But we're going to carry on with that portion and we will fly through the match more because it gets a bit better. I want to read 1 or 2 comments out. And after we get through this portion of the video, I'll read some comments and we'll get some interaction going on. Joseph Masigo, I agree. Luiz should have let him score. It's obvious, isn't it, brother, when you think about it in hindsight. Facts from the Realist, says Simon Hill. Thank you, brother. Shokran Maldini needs to duck out. Oh, see, what you saying, Shokran Maldini? It's a joke thing. Arsenal DW, bro. All will get better. Big up Arsenio. And we carry on with that portion of the video, people. And like I said, it's a little new thing I'm bringing you like this. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure everyone will start catting soon. But we're at the point where David Luiz has got a red card. So to quickly summarise, game starts straight away, quick corner. Arsenal's got all that defensive shape, but the corner still creates huge problems, leaving Leno to tip it onto the bar. 5 minutes later, the ball's at the other end for a split second in Chelsea's defence. They don't have to do nothing. One slap forward. Catches Mustafi. Fine. The ball's there. Look to the side of me. It's right there. Hello, Mustafi. All he's got to do is ding it forward. What does he do? Bing, bing, bing. He says, no, what I want to do is make life extremely difficult. He goes for the back pass. Abraham gets in front of him, then gets around Leno with David Luiz shortly behind him, taking him out, getting the red, cursing us for the rest of the game. Could have easily won this game. Could have been points in the bag, straight in the duffel bag. But we move on to a different portion of the same game, but with a different story. Now, forgive me, people, but I know all my realists are in the building, all the real ones. Nobody minds. I try to give a crisp, clean, cool live show, but I'm still going to take a glass of water because it's not that live, blood. You get me? One sec. All right. Exactly the perfect amount there was there, just to sort me right out. You know what I'm saying? But, okay. I'm going to read a comment before we carry on. Messi Ending says, stop hiding, you troll. Thank you very much, Messi Ending. I really appreciate your donation you gave me directly to PayPal. Much appreciated. All comments will be read out. Tayyib, wicked brother, YouTube guy, Liz. Mustafi should have just controlled the ball, then passed it back. He had enough time. Absolutely. Well, let's jump into that portion of the video and carry on again, guys, because I tried to bring you. But when you look at that, there's absolutely no refuting it. Look at the first thing. If you look now to this side of me, while I do it, let me take a little quick one. There's no refuting what he should have done. It's a nice little e-cigarette. We're trying to get healthy now, people. Do you know what I mean? Motivation, strength, more videos, more time, better quality. But yeah, so we've got to that portion of the video now. We all know Martinelli tends to put people on a dog leash and walk them about, bro. It does happen. He is that good. But let me explain you through it again. Actually, the ball gets crossed in out of nowhere. Let me get rid of that. Out of nowhere, Mustafi. It lands on Mustafi's nice, lovely, beautiful head, Maldini style. And you know who does it land to? It lands to Martinelli in the edge of our box. This is in our own half. He takes a touch. He runs forward. He not loses possession. He loses control for a split second, but carries on hurdling through, barreling forward. Couple players chasing him. He lefts. He rights. He does this. He does that. By the time he gets to the halfway line, N'Golo Kante does just fall over. But it's not just a case of falling over. If he was just standing there training, he wouldn't have fell over. He had a young Brazilian duppy god running to him with space to the left of Kante, space to the right of Kante, an acre of space behind Kante. The pressure was on. Usually when Kante's making tackles, he's got 3 defenders behind him. He's got the luxury of being a little bit boisterous. He had no time for error. He had no time for mistake. A lack of judgment would have messed him up completely. He could feel the wind blowing. He could see each blade of grass blowing in the wind. Martinelli said, either way, bullet! And he stumbled. He got under pressure. He messed his feet up and he fell over like a dog, as you can see on this side of the thing. And by the time on this side of the thing, Martinelli's gone like a bullet. And the next thing you know, 1-1. And that's the kind of techers I'm saying, people, yeah? Now, this skill from Martinelli, it is newly found. I'm not going to say he's been moving like this his whole career, but it's definitely stepped him up. Now he's at Arsenal. He's got the passione because why wouldn't you step up now? Now's the time. Now is the time Arsenal have come for you. You've done your time. And at the end of the day, that was when for me, he was slowly building his way to the big stage because we had seen he had slapped goals against Liverpool. We saw that in the 5-5 or whatever it was, whatever the shit it was, in the 5 goals. He scored a brace. He had been popping up in all sorts of places. But that was one of the matches that stand out to me as a moment for Martinelli due to the fact that odds were stacked against us. Mustafi has given a goal away. In any other day, in any other time, we would have lost this match 2-1 because ultimately, Bellerin, as you can see here, he ends up bagging one in at the end as well. He's on the right-hand side of their box. He looks, he tucks it to the left foot, bosh, tucked in right to the left-hand corner, bottom corner. So without no Martinelli, in theory, we would have scored right at the last minute because Bellerin would have banged one in 2-1 and we would have been furious because why? Because ultimately one ball over the top leads to a very simple pass from Mustafi, but for some reason he makes the wrong decision again and again and again, yet we have to hold on to him and we have no investment. It leads to Tammy Abraham going round Leno. It leads to a stupid challenge from David Luiz leading to a red card, which then puts the pressure on, and they do score another one. And I think, I don't even know what they score, but we're not showing their goals. This ain't the Chelsea channel. Well, it's not a Chelsea show today. It's an Arsenal show. And it ended with Bellerin scoring. But people, that's one of the highlights from Martinelli's, just a few little... He's not been here long. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go into some comments quickly, and then we're going to go into just a little background on Martinelli. It's nothing much. And then I will carry on just talking, people, standardly between us. Like I said, this is more of a communal, enjoyable video. 297. Martinelli is going to be class. I think in 3 to 4 years' time, we will be talking about him on Messi and Ronaldo level. I hear you, 297. Don't say it too much, though, bruv, because if everyone hears it, we might lose out. The only criticism I have of Gabriel is when he gets a brace and he gets good chances, he wastes them. It's like he loses the ability to score. How many hat-tricks could he have? Do you know what, Joseph? That's the problem we'll take. If he keeps struggling to get his third, do you know what I'm saying? But I know what you mean. Let me just scroll up quickly. Check I haven't missed no super chats. No. Arsenal Wonga. If my girl had a bushy poon, I'ma call her Chewbacca. All right, there was no need for that, bruv. Cake. Yeah, Joseph, he's only 18. He'll get experience with time. Absolutely, bruv. Lola Cine. Tayyip. Okay, that's enough of that. We might as well jump into another section of the video, which I think is pretty cool. So now I'm just going to read you some standard general information about Martinelli, stuff that you're already going to know. And if you don't, just have a little listen because it's just a little bit of fun, isn't it? But make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend and check the previous videos. Why not? I'm going to be slapping a link in this video to my previous video done earlier today. So make sure you check it out. Support us. The like buttons are really important. But let me read you this. Gabriel Teodoro Martinelli Silva, Brazilian Portuguese, born 18th of June 2001, commonly known as Gabriel Martinelli, is a Brazilian footballer who plays as a forward for England's Premier League club Arsenal. Martinelli is known for his speed, positional awareness, and goal scoring ability. So already, it's anyone who seems to write about him is writing some saucy shit. Now, full name, Gabriel Teodoro Martinelli Silva. Whether you knew, now you know. Date of birth, 18th of June 2001. Age, 18. He's only 18. One punch, you'll get knocked out, wrong. Place of birth, Guarulhos, Brazil. Guarulhos. Let me repeat it again. Guarulhos, Brasilia. Height, 1.80 meters, 5'11". Playing position, forward. Current team, Arsenal, number 35. Youth career, 2010, Corinthians. 2010 to 2014, Corinthians. 2015 to 2019, Ituano. And senior career, 2018 to 2019, Ituano, 0 appearances, 0 goals. 2019, he's at Arsenal, 14 appearances, 3 goals, it says. There's something shysty going on there. Now, born and raised in Guarulhos, I hope I pronounced that right, Martinelli, and listen when I say it, Eldel Martinelli, initially features as a futsal player for Corinthians. Futsal, as we know, is the close-centered, heavy ball, toe punting, they say Brazilian balled football game. So it's a very close call. Oscar talked about it. Neymar's talked about it. Willian's talked about it. Brazil is big on the futsal football, and I'm sure you all know that. Before beginning his professional career with Serie D club, and I hope I say it right, Ituano. And at this point, you can see from the pictures the hunger, almost a little different look in his eye. Now, obviously, when you're at Arsenal, it's a little bit of glamorous, do you know what I mean? But it's still the same Martinelli. And this is where the hunger, the passion, and all the duppy come from. So, carrying on, I'll just remove that comment quickly. I didn't realise. So, we've seen he's born in Brazil. He's playing futsal. He's at Serie D, his first team. He's at Serie D, Ituano, in 2015 and featured and scored for Ituano in the league and Campeonato Paulista. Martinelli signed for the English club Arsenal in 2019. So, at this point, there was a lot of videos. Some people was making videos called some drunken people, some alcoholic, drunk, sweaty donkeys were doing videos saying, who the shit is this bitty shitty shit? We ain't got nothing. We're fucking useless. But they still don't blame Kroenke. They blame the manager for purchasing him. Then the player turns into an absolute star. The potential is absolutely, possibly endless. And the manager who possibly got him gets no praise. It's one logic. It's a catch-22 to manipulate the fan base. But at the attention level, at international level, Martinelli represents Brazil under 23, but is eligible to play for Italy through his father. I don't know if you knew that. If you didn't, now you do. Born in Gualores, Sao Paulo, Martinelli started his career in 2010, playing for the Corinthians futsal team. After making a breakthrough into the football field, he moved to Ituano in 2015, having subsequent trials at Manchester United and Barcelona. Oh, blaz. It's even better. It's even saucy. Go into Google when you're ready, people. You type it in, you can see some pictures of him with some Arsenal. Well, a Man U player, a this player, a that player. You're Arsenal now, bruv. For how long? We don't know. We're going to get into that after we finished with this final part of the video. On the 4th of November 2017, Martinelli signed his first professional contract until December 2022. He made his professional debut following the 17th of March, coming on a late substitute for the goal scorer Caladino in a 2-1 win away. At the age of 16 and 9 months, he became the youngest player to debut in the club's century. Martinelli scored his first senior goal. Martinelli scored his first senior goal September 2018, netting his team's second in a 4-1 win away, routing of Taboa de Serra for the year's Copa Paulista. Definitively promoted to the first team for 2019 Paulista. He scored 6 goals during the competition, being the club's top goal scorer as they reached the quarterfinal. Highlights included a brace in a 3-1 win away against Bragantino on the 15th of March. Martinelli was reportedly subject to interest from a number of clubs. A number. So in a way, we're meant to feel extremely lucky now. Martinelli was reportedly subject to an interest of a number of clubs before eventually signing for the Arsenal on the 2nd of July 2019. As he holds an Italian passport, he is able to play immediately as he does not require a visa or work permit. He scored a goal on his first competitive petition debut in a 3-0 preseason victory against the Colorado Rapids. Martinelli made his Premier League debut on the 11th of 2019 in a 1-0 win against Newcastle, coming on for Henrik Mkhitaryan. On the 24th of September, Martinelli scored a brace with his first competitive start in the club with a 5-0 victory over a championship side, Nottingham Forest, in the EFL Cup. Martinelli opened and closed the scoring, first with a near post header and secondly with a long-range effort. Both were assisted by Callum Chambers. Oh yeah, I remember clearly as well. I know you do. His performance received praises from the head coach Unai Emery, who said he's a very, very hungry player. We're hungry to have the opportunity to help us. He's very humble very humble in his fight. I told him to have some patience. This opportunity to do like what he is doing. He did that. He deserves it. Martinelli made his second start for Arsenal in a 4-0 home win in the Standard League against UEFA Europa League, in which he scored another brace. The guy's a genius. In which he scored another brace. Martinelli made which he scored another brace. His first goal came in the 13th minute following a cross from fellow member signing Kieran Tierney, who's going to duck out. And if he's not, I don't know what these rumours are about. He's added his second 3 minutes later by cutting in on the right foot in the penalty area and scoring into the far corner. Martinelli also created his first assist of the season by setting up Arsenal's 4th goal, which was scored by Dani Ceballos. Martinelli kept his goal-scoring form, netting the equaliser in a 3-2 home win over victorious Gumtres with yet another header. He has got the headers. We know this. Man created his first assist of the season by setting up Arsenal in the League Cup 4th round. Martinelli registered yet another brace in a 5-5 draw penalty in the penalty shootout, which Arsenal eventually lost. As a result, Martinelli became the highest scoring ever. Martinelli became the highest scoring teenager, top 5 European clubs, netting 7 goals in 7 competitions. He also became the first player to score 4 times in in the first 4 starts since Ian Wright. Martinelli's performance reveals praise from, and before I finish that sentence, I'm going to go into the comment section, and it's basically finished. But he's on par. He's actually on par with Ian Wright, scoring in all of his opening matches, which isn't a joke. That's quite a big deal, people, and it's quite a good story. And there's everything to say. He's going to push forward and do really well. But let's read a few comments before we finish up with this part of the video. We got Alma. Chat's bare slow today. Yes, Arsenal's weak list. Respect, brother. Big up yourself. We should sign Nkuku for right back. We ain't signing no one, brother. What we should do and what we will do is going to be nuts. But make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure we really want to get to them 100 likes. It's really important. So thank you very much. But I'll read you the last little. Martinelli's performance receives praise from manager Johan Klopp, who labelled him the talent of the century. Performance receives praise from Liverpool manager Johan Klopp, of the century. Martinelli's performance led him being awarded the Arsenal Player of the Month award of October, receiving 75% of the total votes cast, beating out Matteo Guendouzi and fellow summer signing Nicolas Pepe. On the 28th of November, Martinelli recorded another assist, setting up Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in a 2-1 home loss to Frankfurt. After the appointment of intern head coach Freddie Ljungberg, Martinelli started his first Premier League game and scored Arsenal's equaliser in an eventual 3-1 win at West Ham. He scored his second league goal and the first after the appointment of permanent head coach. Mikel Arteta is in Arsenal's 1-1 draw against Sheffield United. After the appointment of intern head coach Freddie Ljungberg, Martinelli started his first Premier League game and scored Arsenal's equaliser in an eventual 3-1 win at West Ham. And I'm reading the same paragraph twice in a row, aren't I? In the following game, Martinelli scored in a 2-2 draw away at Chelsea. That's everything I just run you through. We don't need to go mad into that. I get annoyed, people. I actually get annoyed when I look back at all the little mistakes, because them little mistakes that, listen, 5 minutes into the game when the team's hitting the crossbar, it's not coincidence. It's not bad luck. It's not bad luck when the ball gets slapped all the way down the other field and Mustafi can't control it. A defender who has been exposing himself now to say, do you know what? He's not what Arsenal need. Arsenal, we want to be the best, and we're never going to be the best. Encouraging tackles from David Luiz, getting red cards, and ultimately we need to rely on a £6 million player who now, yes, he's not worth 6 million, but it's a very, very horrible state of affairs, people. In the following game, Martinelli scored. Martinelli's goal made. Martinelli, the first teenager to reach double figures in a single season for Arsenal since Nicolas Anelka. So there's stat after stat after stat, people. And let's just hope where this all leads in the end, it leads somewhere good and it doesn't. Because I'm telling you now, let me come out of this and we'll start hitting some comments up. The purpose of this video is, like I said to you people, we're going to explore free and only possible free, because there's not many other possibilities that a player can go down. And when you're at a junction, when you're at a crossroads, you have to pick a direction eventually, as we know with the Sanchez's, as we know any player, even if that decision is to stay, as N2 says. Let's hope we can hold on to him. I absolutely hope that as well. But look, what are 3 scenarios that can happen to any player? Well, I'm going to give you the first one, and I'm going to give you the best one. And this is the one that everybody wishes for and hopes for. And that is that Martinelli, he does brilliant. Brilliant. He raises the people around him. We don't, because we're not going to get money. We're not going to get big signings. So he ends up playing the same football with the same people around him. Xhaka, Mustafi, Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back temporarily every time Bellerin's injured. Tierney gets injured. Kolasinac. If he is going to be a kind of player who can literally just put him there and he's going to raise the game of everyone else. Everyone's going to start playing sick. Then he's going to take us to He's going to win the Europa League. We're going to qualify for the top four, all based upon Martinelli's skill and goals, and he's going to qualify. He's going to drag our team right to the top of the league. We're going to get into the Champions League even. We're going to make it. We're going to win it. So that's one scenario, a ridiculous scenario, but I'm telling you, it's one. Because you have to find a logic why a man is going to stay at this club. So if we're not going to invest, there's one scenario is the first scenario A, is he's going to drag the club up by the scruff of its neck. He is going to go ham, a lamb, a ding, a dong, a dingy, dilly ding, dilly dong. And that's his mission. He says, no, I ain't going nowhere. I'm good enough to make everyone better, a bit like Ronaldo, and I'm going to do this thing. Scenario A. So with scenario A, we're going to win everything. It's just going to take a bit of time because Martinelli knows what the club is at. He knows no one's investing. A bit of this, Torreira, Guendouzi, Socrates, we're going to sell Aubameyang, but I'm going to stay because I'm going to do it. That's one scenario. Now, scenario 2 is a bit similar to the first. Keep playing, keep expressing yourself, playing good football, banging in goals, using the attacking style of Arsenal definitely to your advantage when it comes to your agent anyway. Banging goals in, raising them stats, and at the same time raising some players around you. And also, we can complement him. Aubameyangs, Pepe's, Saka's, all these little things. There's going to be days you're going to come out brilliant. But ultimately, whereas scenario A was saying, I will drag us from the bottom to the top, now we're here. Scenario B says, I see clearly, we're not going to win the Champions League. One man can't carry a squad these days. That's the way this Premier League is. No one man can carry nothing. So with that said, scenario B is when he gets to his prime and he gets, let's say he's worth a lot. Once he's actually done 2 seasons, 3 seasons, putting in work, he's got up to the level where he's 20, 30 goals, dubs in players, stronger, faster, if it's possible. A price will get put on his head and he will be getting sold. And he will know it now and his agent will know it, depending on what type of scenario we are going down. Now, scenario A, be brilliant, rise the game of everyone around you, kick ass basically, and win everything, one man, very unlikely. Second scenario, once you cross over to the golden line and you're worth a certain amount of sauce, padagrio, you won't be able to resist the offers. And when I say resist the offers, I don't mean money, because I've seen the look. I have personally seen the look in Martinelli's eye, and there's a look in his eye which says, all right, money, but there's a certain hunger, there's a certain something. Just like Ronaldo, just like whoever you want to say. Yeah, they want the dough because they're worth it, but there's a passion for more than just money when it comes to a certain caliber of player. I'll give you that anyway. Now, with scenario 1, stay, win everything, no matter what, even if Bentner and Shamak's behind you. Scenario 2, once you get to the certain point of value, you'll be forced to go. In a sense, you want a trophy? Arsenal don't want a trophy. Another club wants a trophy? You want a trophy. They want to offer the money? You want the money. It's all the correlations that will all sit well and go, right. So, the third and final scenario is a weird one, but a definite possibility. It's happened to many players before him, and it's going to happen to many players after him. The only difference being maybe some of them ain't as good as Martinelli's. Now, he can stay at Arsenal. He can buy into. We're going to get a war chest. We're going to get better. We're waiting for next summer. Next summer. Next summer. Next summer. Next summer. Next summer. Your computer's not broken, people. It's not jumping. I'm doing that. And the time can come where he wastes years and years getting lied to, watching Aubameyang leave, watching Lacazette get swapped to get a defender. What? You're selling one half of the pitch to get to the other half. He will watch consistently, absolutely consistently, year upon year, a defence which will be letting him down in ways that are inconceivable. And a point will come where he has to question and say, Is this club and these owners and this faction, this group of everybody, and the fans, they said they're deluded if they're going to think they're going to win anything. A time's going to come where we have to part ways, possibly. I'm not saying it's going to happen, because hopefully we can turn around as a club and stop the jokes and stop the mess. But the only way you can stop a joke and stop a mess and stop one long ball getting slapped over your head and nothing to do with it is with adequate investment, is with Realist. It's a whole foundation from the top, and it starts with money and it doesn't end with money, but it starts with money. For those whose argument says, but we've got Martinelli, so we obviously do good scouting. How many players has it taken to get one good player that we've purchased? And let's take the loans into consideration. About 15 players just to get to one after Sanchez, say. So it's a horrible system what we've got. The players who we buy that are meant to be nothing end up being the ones. It shows a lack of all sorts. But the third scenario, like I said to you, is him sitting there, getting used to it, getting worn down and losing a certain 5% and losing a certain 10% of explosion, of energy, of enthusiasm, of dubbiness. Now, Martinelli, I know you're watching this because this has been subscribed. I mean, this has been live for a whole day now, waiting to come up. And I know you're watching, Martinelli. So if you're watching, let me tell you this, brother. Don't give up. Don't let these brothers suck the life out of you. Keep pushing. Because that third scenario that I said to you, people, is a real possibility. Loads of players become acclimatized, comfortable, and it's usually going to be because of motivation and what's the end goal. And you can't blame people sometimes. But let's read some comments, people. Out of them three scenarios, stay at Arsenal, win everything, no need to leave. Get worth a lot of money, then get sold. Or stay at Arsenal and become mediocre. Out of them three scenarios, you lot let me know, innit? Leave me a comment. Let me know what's crack-a-lacking. Melina, big up fam, says Arsenio Wonga. Why didn't we get the big Ziyech, Decor? I hate Stan so much. I wonder if he's going to... Listen, let's be honest. That's the only way you can feel towards an owner. We're not saying we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But this is life. You either like people or you hate people. And I have got pen. That's cookies. I forgot to say that. But you either got people who... I don't judge people as the human being itself, even though he's an absolute decretin, parasite, horrible leech of a man who kills animals for fun. And if I saw him, I'll spin his jaw like a merry-go-round. I'm only joking, YouTube. I'm only messing, banter. It's a disgrace that this club's come so far down the pecking order. Now, question the ambition of the... Exactly, N2. You summed up what I've been saying for 20 minutes. The day will come where Martinelli questions the ambition of the club. And you know what? Me being an English footballer or English person, if I was a footballer now and I knew all about the Premier League from an outside perspective, I would play for Arsenal because I support them. But bruv, I would have to accept I'm probably not going to win nothing. And that is how Arsenal's a stepping stone club, mate. And whether he'll win if he stays, trust me, N2, I believe you, and he'll go. True, says Arsenio. He'll be gone soon because you'll see that we are slackers, says Arsenio Wonga, and there is a huge possibility of that. N2 says, like Bellerin, no end goal or ambition, just happy with fashion and to be mediocre. Exactly, don't want to push to that next level on a whoppy team. Love Bellerin, I love him, but you need to push to that next level if you want it. But some people just don't want it. Ace Allen. Martinelli doesn't need to learn anything from anyone, even though he's 18. Brilliant player. It's true, Ace. That is such a valid comment, and it's a very, very swift attribute that we can never forget because he will grow up slowly. He'll be 19, he'll be 20, he'll be 21. Don't ever forget that this player's foundation and bottom level is better than most professional players. This is a manager's dream, this player. I know if Wenger had this player in his hands from young, it would have been something nuts because he is there to be moulded. Now, 03 and 0161. Arsenal have joined the race for the Ricky J. Jones, only 17. Ricky J. Jones. I'm going to look into that, brother. I told you, I didn't lie. I may even, for you, make a little video for that tomorrow, my brother. Am I right in saying he's from the Bronx, New York? David Masters, like RVP and TGE Rest. Trust me, brother, exactly. And the rest. Large up yourself, Arsenio. Big up yourself, Miss Melina. Arsenio Wonga. Big up Miss Melina. I didn't even realise that. Arsenio, where have you been now? Been time, I missed you, man. Seriously, the club is a social media joke now. Oh, who started the social media joke, people, may I ask? Listen, it's a mad thing, sad thing. Where's Big Dog G? He always gives me a little £2 blood. I know he's about. He must be working today. Now, Justin Fomas. It's been years since we've been using the word rebuild. Fucking hat. We must be terrible builders, bruv, because we got the stadium up like that. But we can't build one team. I hear you, Justin Thomas. It's been years since we've been using the word rebuild. I won't be convinced unless the parasite Kroenke actually invests. And you know what? I wish for nothing more than to be proven wrong, people, and actually for man to start investing and going really, really in. But I can't see it, man. I really can't see it, guys. Because why not? Proof's always in the pudding. Melina, I've had problems, fam, trying to make my mind things, but the world is a mess, you know? I hear you, brother. Stay strong, though, Arsenio. Stay strong. Iconoclast 1. If you're good enough, you're old enough to play. Martinelli just needs to be managed right. Absolutely, bruv. And to manage a player like him, let's be real, a lot of it's got nothing to do with him. Put him in the right team. Ultimately, his family, his agent, everyone can see what this guy's about. Yeah, his dad's Italian, for God's sake. He's going to know about football. They're not going to let him waste his career for ages and ever. Right now, Arsenal's done a brilliant job in putting Martinelli on the map. A brilliant job because he has been heard now. Everyone knows about him, yeah? So stage 1 complete. Stage 2 is enhance that. Stage 3 is either win stuff or leave. Now, that's a 2-3 year process, people. A 2-3 year process. That, I'll tell you straight, no lie. So, we're going to carry on reading a few more comments. Okay, there's no comments come through at this precise second. But to recap on the video then, quickly. So, and it's not funny. Previous video, people, check it out. Aubameyang's getting linked with replacements. Lacazette's being linked with replacements. A swap for Thomas Lemar. Lacazette's being linked with Barcelona. Also PSG. Make sure you check it out. I will put a link in the description to my previous video and manually go and check this one out. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe as well, people, on most videos and all. But to summarize this video, it is a video, of course, about the one, the only Martinelli and his brilliance, his absolute stunning beauty and magnifico. Now, one of the games that highlights lots of attributes around Arsenal's game, when the weak back line, the transition play, terrible I mean, and then us whipping a goal out of nowhere or something like that. Now, this game summed it up brilliantly. 5-6 minutes in, Chelsea have a corner. Arsenal's defence looked... Actually, we was doing zonal marking, man-to-man marking, half and half, but it seemed really... There was no way a shot was going to get taken. If it was, they would have had to earn it. But one corner, one pass, Willian, 1-2, back to Hudson-Odoi, one little dink, crossbar. 5 minutes in, we're shitting ourselves. Now we're down the other side of the pitch, ball slapped over the top. All it takes is that. Now, a decision is made here. Mustafi, just kick it forward, you donut. That's what you get paid thousands of pounds for. Nope. He decides to do this. And ultimately, we know what happened with that. A little word like sorry popped up. Tammy Abraham intercepts, goes round him, goes round Leno. David Luiz has to come in his head, how he sees it, take him out, leading to a 10-man Arsenal, leading to Martinelli have to say, so Kante, he said, sit, roll over. He scratched his belly. He carried on running, bosh. 1-0. Well, 1-0. 1-0 to Martinelli, should I say. But it finishes 2-2. Bellerin slaps in a little late one for us. And we celebrate like we fucking won the Champions League. Interesting, sexy, lovely to draw a match or come back late when you think you're going to lose it. But, oh my God, we have lost the match due to Mustafi's terrible time decision-making and it's another few points down the drain. Again, Xhaka, Newcastle, what happens? Xhaka comes in late for absolutely no reason, loses us 2 points, just like that. Oh, we might have lost that match. Again, David Luiz, tight to Salah, boom, turns, it's over, 1-0 from there. Now, I can go in match after match after match, but these are a few little reasons and concerns that I have why to do this video of the 3 potential ways Martinelli can go, because Martinelli's come a long way to come to Arsenal. He's not just any player in anything. He has popped up out of nowhere and he's brilliant, but now he's on the map. Certain managers have noticed him. He scored 2 goals against Liverpool. Loads of people are praising him. He's not going under the radar. So when we look at everything about this young player, once he's signed, he's certified, he's here now. Certain stats can be compared only to Nicolas Anelka. I know that's Ian Wright, but I'm saying scoring on your first 5 matches consistently isn't something easy to do. And that's a quick summary of the video, people, leading us down the road of what's the future life for Martinelli. And I gave you the 3 scenarios. Stay at Arsenal by yourself, single-handedly, Superman, win everything, you don't need to leave. Second scenario, keep doing everything like that, but when you get a price on your head, you're going to have to leave in order to win a cup. And third scenario, just kick back, chill, and do a Bellerin, like somebody said earlier. Yo, Arsenal, I too believe this is a plan. Martinelli will be at Arsenal for another season and a half. Tops, he'll be gone soon. 100. Allow it, bruv, man. Do you know what? You're so confident, though, and it's true. That's the kind of real Arsenal fan, because you're real. That's the truth. Too good for Arsenal. Allow it. It's so true. Arsenio, Molina, exactly, fam. Because allow them ones right normally, yeah, people. Just like not too many duppy words. Do you know what I mean? You gotta be subliminal in this bitch. VP5S, wild grandmother. Oh, VP76 says subscribe. Oh, VP75. Big up yourself, bruv, yeah? My G. This is a pen. We use this to stay healthy. We put the cookie in the pen. Now, I'm glad you just come, VP, because you must have just seen the quick scroll through that I did of the whole show. What you doing over here, Arsenio? Why are you laughing, Arsenio? He's welcome, brother. What, do you know him from somewhere else, I'm guessing? But, people, so, like I said, make sure you like and share and give me your opinion. Like I said, A, B, or C. What's the scenario? He's going to stay and win everything at Arsenal. We're going to be Champions League winners, FA Cup winners, Premier League winners, or we're going to be cup winners. He don't want to win everything, but he wants cups. Or he's going to stay. He's going to get, once he's worth about 100 million, 60 to 100 million, we're going to sell him. Or he's going to stay at Arsenal and get tired, and he's not as hungry as we think. And he's just going to chill. Hybrid Gamer, big up yourself. He says, yo, yo, yo. Trying to send you a donation, bro, but it says the feature is not available in my region. Oh, don't say that, bro. You're bringing me up to drop me down. No, I hear you, brother. What can you do? All in good time. Like I said, I still got to build this channel up much more. I want it to be better, and we've got to keep going. Keep going, keep backing it out. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll get sold. But either way, 297, just for attempting to give a donation, it feels like you have, brother. So thank you very much. Much appreciation. David Masters says he's going to be gone. I hear you, David. VV5N is my boy. Oh, big up yourself, Austin, yeah? So everyone seems to, and to be honest with you, anyone who thinks any of the other 2 scenarios, it absolutely don't make sense. Him to stay and win everything, no. And him to stay and just dwindle into obscurity, that's not the look that I see when I look into Martinelli's eye. I see an angry, hungry and angry in all the right ways. All the right ways, I mean. I see an angry, hungry, potential-filled Brazilian with an Italian dad, footballing beast, monster, whose name is Gabriel Martinelli Moscenzo. Sorry for getting so carried away, people, but I'm gassed. Do you know what I'm saying? Hope you're well, my guy. Big up yourself, gamer. The Joker AFC for Life says, maybe Edo will keep the lad at Arsenal for years, filling his head with dreams of being the next Henry. Hope so, and we all can dream. I hear you, brother. Now, that's the third scenario. That is the third scenario, what I said to you. Scenario A, win everything, we're brilliant. Scenario 2, become a lot of money, duck out. Scenario 3, you believe in the lie, stay, and end up whittling down into a typical Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? So that maybe Edu will keep the lad for years and he will end up filling his head with dreams and we can dream along with him. That's scenario 3, the joke, right? It's true. Now, Arsenal 942 says he'll be gone in 2-3 years. It's so annoying that everybody, we all know it as well. Martinelli will be gone in 3 years. Too valuable to keep. Oh, yeah. No, I hear you, brother. Too valuable to keep for Arsenal. That's what you should have said. Martinelli is a don. If we were a serious club, we would do everything in our power to make sure he renames. Not too sure, bro. Do you know what I just realised? I saw Dad Pistachio earlier. Oh, he's gone now. David Masters. All right ways, wrong team. All right ways, wrong team. I lie. Always. Martinelli, striker. Come on, you gooners. He is a top duppy man. Top duppy man. All depends on how he's managed, though. Along with the rest of the youth, we've had an absolute monster in the club, but most of them have never hit their potential. It's so true, bruv. Pick up yourself, Justin. Bellissimo. Listen, bellissimo pasta, pizza, pepperoni, poca spicy, meatball, Italian, birrina, sanona, sonsebish. That was all Italian, people. I agree, us in everyone, God. Do you have Insta, mate? No. Get your Instagram account going. Big up, Miss Melina, an absolute G, absolute legend. Come on, boys. We love girls that love football. It just makes sense. The Hybrid Gamer says, Walcott, sign a thing. Melina, I avoid social media because a few idiots chat there. Yeah, bruv, you just ignore them. You can't let screens affect you. Like Spike. Big up yourself, brother. Like Spike, like Mike. It's a hype, not Van Dijk. Martinelli will slap it in the top right. That was a freestyle for you, and I'm so glad it all rhymed. That's a £1 donation. Definitely I earned it. But I might get signed by Young Money tonight, blood. Have you seen? Little Wayne does podcasts now. I might get signed, blood. Facts. Oh, 1 sec. Cool. Facts is true. They think they're keyboard warriors. I said, yeah, well, guys, it's true. Just be yourself. Always be yourself. And I can honestly say in this world, I absolutely hate violence and the bad man this. I hate violence. I don't want to be near none of it. So I don't play the bad man. I could have classed 1 Martinelli for Benzema's swap deal. Kroenke will see the dough in the deal. Thank people. If we end up getting Benzema 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years late, and then we're selling the duppy man Martinelli to swap to that will be the day that I'll still keep following, but I'll have to openly write Arsenal off. David Cunningham says, same for real, I can't stand social media. Too many are just forcing their deluded opinion across. It's so true, and I can honestly say, people, and you know it's true, because if it wasn't, what I'm about to say, I would have been caught out. Never had WhatsApp, never had Instagram, never had YouTube, never had Twitter, never, ever looked at none of them things. But when I started my channel, I had to. That's why you're seeing the improvement slowly. Wiz does live streams on Insta. Yeah, he does. Big up the Hybrid Gamer. Bro, if that happened, then I'm done. Trust me, David, it'll be time to leave if they swap Benzema. That's long. It's like sticking fucking Gabriel in the time machine, bruv, and him coming back 30 years later. The joke at AFC. If Arteta gets us up the league and we become top 4 side again, then he will stay. But all depends on getting him Champions League spot, man. Yeah, he will stay. But let's say we do get into the Champions League spot 4th, and then we become like a standard Champions League team. How long before that sinks in that he wants to win still? He don't just want to be there. Do you know what I mean? Justin Thomas, Gaddis isn't here. Gazidis isn't here anymore to make that deal happen. Back again. Big up, Realist. Hope you're okay, Taib, Hussein, all your family, and I hope you had a good day, brother. The Hybrid Gamer. Big up, Miss Melina. Legend in the game. She is actually a legend. So are you, the Hybrid Gamer. Let me just get this right. Iconoclast. Iconoclast 1. Iconoclast. Big up yourself, brother. Silver. Martinelli plays like a hungry young tiger. We need a few more to share his enthusiasm. Hopefully he stays grounded. Can you imagine if we had a defender with the same attributes of hunger? Woo! That could change a lot. Just having them two on the pitch at the same time could change everything. Say, Mayor, I never had any socials either. Now I have everything. What does I say? Hats off to... Oh, I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean, brother. David Cunningham. My worry is the Newcastle are going to overtake us with the new ownership. They are a big club in my eyes. Wish we had someone who cares. If they get the big duppy ownership, they will overtake us. It's just a question of how long. Wonga Punio. I ain't got time for Tindergram or Twat chat. Don't make me laugh. You make me cough. Twat chat. David Masters. If we get a Champions League, we'll be slaughtered. See, this is another thing. Brilliant point. I am in the Champions League final myself. I'm Napoli, Insigne with 27 goals. I'll be doing that live stream in a few weeks, but I've got 15 videos I'm going to be uploading on my mission there on FIFA, and I'll be doing it green screen. Match behind me and me commentating. So look out for those to come. But people, this has been a really good chat. I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to keep this one at about the hour mark, you know. And like I said, make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you check this little video here. You can see. Let me get it. Yeah, this little video here. It will pop up after, people. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody being in this chat. This is for the realists, and keep in tune with me. If you haven't got an Instagram, get one, because I promote a lot of my channel there. Next lives, this and that. But before I go, I'm going to quickly do a quick overlap of the video, and by then everyone would have said goodbye and I can go through their comments. So while you're saying bye, let me summarize on the video. Now, first, brick wall, then it's house. Oh no, that's not the story. Check out the previous video, people. It's quite a good one. It's a transfer news, of course, but it's a lot to do with the Lacazette swap, Simeone's interest in Lacazette, and Thomas could come the other way. What do you think? And like and subscribe, obviously. But it's the video, the theme is Martinelli and him ultimately coming from halfway across the road where we don't know him. Basically, boom, he ends up, he signs. He's an Arsenal player. But now there's a certain match and a certain thing that's led me down the route of this combo, because I like to look at the future of Martinelli. And when I look at a typical match for Martinelli, this is what Martinelli sees. He sees 5 minutes in a corner, little 1-2, shot, crossbar, what the hell? One ball over the top. Mustafi, easy clearance. He says, no, do you know what? No, I'm going to, instead of just kicking it forward, I'm going to give it to Tammy Abraham. Abraham gets it. He goes round Leno. Ultimately, David Luiz does what he does. 10-man. Luckily for us, we got Martinelli selling hot dogs on the pitch. He turned Kante into a dog for 5 minutes. He said, sit your ass down right there. He bangs the goal in. Lovely jubbly. Bellerin gets one in at the end. It's 2-2. Now, that is what inspired the video, people. Because I said, how can a man feel comfortable at a team like that when shit like that is going on? After we're hearing Klopp loves him. And this is after we banged a good couple goals in against Liverpool. And that means something when top managers come out and say something. We're hearing he's the only player to score in 4 or 5 matches since Ian Wright, long time ago. Matching numbers as an Elka. So that's a summary of the video, people. And it's sad at the same time as being interesting. But let's hope it comes out on our favour. We need a good run. We need some good players, and we need something to happen. David Cunningham, for real though, bro, we need some more real people at our club, unlike certain other channels just making content for banter. Yeah, exactly. And just feeding off the fan base like maggots. Do you know what I mean? And this and that. And this is, I thought about this, but want it to be good for you. And me, I've got to enjoy it. I'm going to watch this one back. If we go to the Champions League, it's going to look like Swansea against Barca. We'll get mullered. And to think, Wenger beat Barcelona with Arshavin and Wilshere in the middle. Big up Hybrid Gamer Legend. Big up yourself, brother. You're far too kind, legend. Now you're cool, brother, bruv. Good night, bro. Big up yourself. Hey, Arsenal. Arsenio, that is the sad truth. I hear you, bro. Arsenio, you got Hybrid in your name. Automatic legend. Good night, brother. Big up yourself, David. And like I said, thanks to every single person in the chat. It really does mean a lot. And like I said to you previously, check out the previous videos. We're going to come back tomorrow, people, with a video. I'm going to do a post on my Instagram what time, but it's probably going to end up being the standard time, people. We're talking 9 o'clock live. Arsenal's Realist. Make sure you love your people. Make sure your people love you. I want to make sure everybody understands, as each sub comes and each view comes and every little donation and every advert that gets watched, as we move along this process along the way, I'm only here to bang out top quality content and try my hardest to help Arsenal. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So let's really get shit cracking, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's boost this channel up. I should have been at 20,000 a long time ago, but we're going to get there slowly. And once we're there, mark my words, we're going to have a real good impact. Energy-wise, physically, on the pitch, we're going to see it. But thank you, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Make sure you love your people. Make sure your people love you. Everyone, make sure you have a brilliant day. Arsenal's Realist out, but not over. Let's see you soon.